It's like we're in a war zone.
You can't rely on people in authority to protect and serve, us and be fair with us.
To be hunted, not only from locals who can't understand that Black people can own land, but from sheriff's department, I think is the most hurtful, especially as someone who took an oath.
Facing frequent threats and racism from the local community, the Mallorys sought help from the local police. However, their situation only got worse.
They come, it's just repeated, can't protect our property. Someone jumped the fence and they were at the front door and I was naked. And I did what I'm trained to do to protect myself and the land. And ultimately, this person was let go because they were white. And I was ultimately charged simply for protecting myself. When someone had blocked us in the driveway, falsely imprisoned me, I was naked, they recorded me.
They just failed me, you know what I mean? And just continued to fail me, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, like my life doesn't matter, like what I'm saying to you doesn't matter.
Per the Denver Post, local law enforcement has reportedly received more than 170 calls related to the Mallorys over the past 2 years. CW and his family claim these calls are rooted in racism. As of April 2023, the El Paso County Sheriff's Office has not arrested anyone for the harassment the Mallorys have experienced. On February 6, CW was arrested and detained for 2 days.
It was a Monday morning, just feeding the animals, doing stuff on the ranch, getting materials, and I don't know, they just said that they were taking him. He had a warrant for his arrest for felony stalking, is what they said, and there was a $2,000 bond.
Are you guys going to be holding him and making sure he's okay?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm sure State Control. That's my contact info.
Okay.
He's going to be going in there. He'll be processed.
Okay.
There is a bond on the warrant.
What's the bond?
Bond out. I believe it's $2,000.
They allege that CW was a threat to the community. The gentleman that fed the community, that just worked with animals and farmed while Black, had nothing more than a speeding ticket. They allege that he was a threat to the community, and so they increased the bond amount to $6,000.
Let your followers know how you're doing right now.
I'm not well.
Okay.
This is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the hate crimes and the false accusations that officer makes.
I thought my life was gonna end, you know what I mean, through some mysterious, some weird circumstances, because they threatened to hang, lynch me, block me in here, set me on fire.
During a press conference held by the El Paso County Sheriff's Office on February 14th, Sheriff Joseph Roybal confirmed that stalking was one of 3 charges listed on CW's warrant, and called the previous online reports misinformation and mischaracterization.
I recognize we are human and we can always strive to do better. To that point, approximately a week ago, I directed my staff to review all reports taken and ensure we have done everything we should have during our response to these calls. This review found 2 events where we as an office could have done more during our investigation.
CW is calling for an official investigation into the link between hate crimes and the sheriff's office. He believes investigating the department would help combat the harassment.
I feel like if this is America and I pay taxes and I am funding the police departments, funding these roads and things like that, I should be able to live anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world.
The whole point of Freedom Acres Ranch was to teach the next generation of farming, but also for our family to see. We all come from an inner city, so we've never seen this amount of acreage, much less owned by young Black people. And so having this, when representation matters, it's important to every Black and brown boy and girl in this United States that's watching, because now we're on social media and they are watching. And so they're watching what we do, and we have to set an example. And the example is it's not to run.
Giving up is not an option. Giving up is not an option.